Hello and welcome to this video all about my skiing holiday. Now this year, I really wanted something budget-friendly, mainly because life decided to get expensive. Random costs kept popping up, especially my car battery, which seemed to give up on life multiple times in 1 week. At one point, I wasn't sure if I owned a car or just a portable charging station. You can save money, of course. You can cut back, be sensible, responsible. But there's only so much saving you can do before it starts affecting your mood. And I wasn't about to cancel my ski trip. So, with the car battery charged, again, I set off and eventually ended up here. Bulgaria. More specifically, Borovets. If you haven't heard of it, Borovets is often ranked as one of the cheapest ski destinations in Europe, sometimes even the cheapest. I haven't personally checked every ski resort on the planet, but it definitely has a reputation for being great value. And first impressions? Pretty good. There's proper snow, which is always helpful on a ski holiday. The runs look well maintained, and it doesn't seem overly crowded, which makes a big difference. It looks like a place that works for beginners, but there's enough variety for more experienced skiers too. However, I'd heard about something even more budget-friendly than Borovets, so naturally I had to check it out. It meant driving around 3 hours from Borovets to get there, which is quite a commitment when you're already on a ski holiday. But I'll let you decide whether it was worth it. At first glance, the admission ticket almost felt worth it just for the view, because right behind the incredibly famous Buzludzha Monument, yes, that UFO-looking communist-era structure, there's a ski piste. I mean, who would have imagined that? It's nothing like Borovets. There are no big lift systems or long cruising runs, but there is a small restaurant, a ski rental shop, and for €15 you get a daily pass covering all 3 pistes. €15. You don't even get a sandwich for that in some alpine resorts. Now, it may not be huge, but it has the basics covered. And honestly, skiing here is an experience in itself. Just look at the backdrop. I doubt many people can say they've skied behind something that's regularly described as a UFO. That alone almost justifies the ticket price. Everything here has that clear communist-era feel to it. Simple, functional, no frills. But the important thing is, it works. And because there isn't a huge amount of interest, you basically have the slopes to yourself. That was not something I was expecting. On one side, near the car park, there's what's essentially a green piste. It's wide, gentle, and actually very decent for beginners. It feels safe and predictable, a good place for someone local to learn the basics. On the other side, there's another run which splits into 2 sections. The first part feels like a blue, fairly manageable, but the second, steeper section is closer to a red and probably needs to be approached with a bit more caution. It's small, yes, but it's surprisingly varied for what it is. I didn't fancy anything from the restaurant, so I grabbed a croissant and ate it in the car while scrolling through Instagram, as one does these days. Not exactly glamorous, but strangely peaceful. And then it was time to head back to the top of the mountain, which, let's just say, didn't go quite as smoothly as I'd hoped. But that's a story for another moment. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the future.